I'm Doe. That's not my
Crystal
name,
Castles
but
are about to play
that's
for us right now. This is Crime
I'm
Wave.
referred to on planet Earth. Let me say that our mission here at this time is about to come to a close in the next few days. We came from distant space, and even what some might call somewhat of another dimension, and we're about to return from whence we came. When we came, we had to take human bodies. We didn't take them as infants, and we've been ignored, or we've been called a UFO cult, or we've been called some New Age cult, or you name it, whatever cult you want to call it, we've been called that. We're none of those things, but we can understand why someone would call us that when they do not have and have not been given the knowledge to see us for who we are. The issue is, you're going to hear about our exit in the news about these individuals who committed suicide. We're going to tell you that those who write that kind of information are ignorant of the evolutionary level above them. They don't know how else to write because they have none of that knowledge in them. But for a human to have any comprehension of the social structure of the chain of command in that evolutionary level is as hopeless of a reasonable task to understand as it is for a dog to understand the structure of organization of a human. Well, it just does not, it's not fathomable to human. I will be very glad to be shed of this suit of clothes that I'm wearing. Everything that we vibrate on, everything that we do, all of our activity is so unhuman that we conflict with these bodies. These bodies that we are wearing, we can't keep them healthy because we do not participate in human behavior, or what human behavior has become. This is like living in a civilization that is of history, that is barbaric, that is primitive in comparison to the civilization of the level above human. We have been in a evolutionary level while visiting the human kingdom that is saturated with lies and misinformation. Now, it'll be a miracle if this tape ever is permitted to become knowledge that could spread across the world, to even give individuals a chance to know what we have to say about what you might have been offered. In my Father's kingdom, there are no mammals. There are no humans. Now, their bodies and their individuals are very similar to these in many respects, very similar to human bodies, except more refined. We realize that your screen has kind of an optical time lapse in it, and this, we came by this quite by accident as we were setting up to make the tape, and when we saw it happening, realizing that the different images are one frame different in our video, it seemed interesting to us, and we thought we would try to use it. We hope it isn't distracting to you. This is an interesting time because in this particular civilization that we're visiting now and about to leave, this civilization now is beginning to have an awareness of alien creatures they call space aliens, and we call them Pleiadians, and from different areas of the heavens. I guess you've noticed this ring that I have here, and humans relate this ring as a marriage to another human. Okay, to us, it means our committal to the next level. Also, it makes it convenient for those in the class, if they have that ring on, that others then don't start looking at them if they see them out in the world doing tasks, thinking, oh, that's somebody I might get interested in, because it helps kind of say, I'm taken. I don't, I'm not available, so to speak. So this is my committal to my older member and to the next level. Well, we're so excited we don't know what to do, because we're about to re-enter the level above human. And we feel like that my older member and the crew working with my older member has said to us, we can't wait any longer. I mean, we've done everything we can, and you don't need to stay there any longer. It's time for us to get on with the refurbishing of this planet. It's time to start the cycle. We're right at the point where you can't stay there any longer without being significantly disturbed by what has to happen to this planet. So it's okay with us. We're very, very glad. We hope that we took advantage of the time that we had incarnated in these human vehicles, and will be of better service to the next level because of it.
You know, I just want to let you know that I never felt this way about anybody else. I think I love you, so don't think I'm crazy when I tell you this. But if you ever hurt me, I'll fucking you.
By his look and the power of his presence, the effective subsidence of the mind, and the experience of the one perfect reality. He often said that the true teaching was inside us. But this does not mean verbal expositions also were not given. And although he authorized many different methods of spiritual practice, he, however, laid the greatest emphasis on the path of self-inquiry. The first and foremost of all thoughts that arise in the mind is the primal I. It is only after the rise of origin I thought that innumerable other thoughts arise. Search by means of a deeply introverted mind wherefrom this I arises. If we go inward questing for the source of the I topples down, and immediately another entity will reveal itself, proclaiming I. Even though it also emerges saying I, it does not come out the ego, the one perfect existence. People of all religions came to it, and he never advised any of them to change their faith or abandon their creeds. He answered all their questions patiently, but in the end brought them round to the self. Know who you are, and all else will be known, he would say. Questions put to him about happiness, he replied, happiness is your real nature. To identify yourself with the body and mind, feel its limitations, and suffer. Realize your true self in order to open the store of unalloyed happiness. That true self is the reality, the supreme truth, which is the self of all the world you now see, the self of all the selves, the one real, the supreme, the eternal self, as distinct from the ego or the bodily idea or the self. He never advised anyone to renounce their families or move to the forest. The obstacle is the mind, he would say. It must be got over whether at home or in the forest. And why should your occupation or duties in life interfere with your spiritual effort? By giving up activities is meant giving up attachment to activities or fruits thereof. Giving up the notion, I am the doer. The practice of his teaching doesn't require outward rituals or ceremony. It takes one straight to the source of one's own being, which is the source from whence all religions spring and must ultimately resolve. It can be practiced by men and women of all walks of life, regardless of their environment. The Maharshi lived what he taught. In fact, his life was the most perfect demonstration of the supreme state of self-realization. And although he was fixed in the permanent state of pure awareness, his body was subject to the laws of nature. In time, it became afflicted with rheumatism and weakened with age. Early in 1949, a small nodule appeared below the elbow of his left arm. It was surgically removed. It later reappeared and was diagnosed as a malignant tumor, which inch by inch ate up the flesh of his left arm, poisoned his blood, and finally rang down the curtain on a life of immaculate purity and grace. Throughout his final year, there appeared to be terrible suffering, but the Maharshi never complained. He seemed to be indifferent alike to the existence or non-existence of the body, being almost unaware of it. Devotees, seeing his gradual weakening and ominous symptoms, expressed their agony at his impending departure. He simply told them that they attached too much importance to the body, indicating that his influence was not limited to the diseased body they saw before him. When on April 13, 1950, a physician brought him some special medicine, he refused it, saying, "It is not necessary. Everything will come right within 2 days." The next day, a long crowd filed past the open doorway. The disease-racked body they saw there was shrunken, the ribs protruding, the skin blackened. It was a pitiable vestige of pain. And yet, at some time during these last days, each received a direct, luminous, penetrating look of recognition, which was felt as a parting infusion of grace. "They say that I am dying, but I am not going away. Where could I go? I am here." He repeated this several times, implying clearly that the end of his body would not interrupt the grace and guidance. And that evening, moments before the end came, unexpectedly, a group of devotees sitting outside the hall began singing Arunachala Shiva. On hearing it, Sri Bhagwan's eyes opened and shone. He gave a brief smile of indescribable tenderness. From the outer edges of his eyes, tears of bliss rolled down. One more deep breath, and no more. There was no struggle, no spasm, no other sign of death, only that the next breath did not come. At that very moment, an enormous star trailed slowly across the sky and disappeared behind the holy Arunachala hill. Many saw it, even as far away as Madras, and felt what it portended. It was exactly 8:47 p.m., April 14, 1950. Next day, a pit was dug and a body interred with divine honors. The crowd, packed tight, looked on in silent grief. A lingam of polished black stone, a symbol of Shiva, was consecrated over his tomb. The crowd dispersed.